Cybersecurity is one of the most challenging fields to get into, but it is needed in every industry, especially in 2026. It shouldn't surprise you to find out that 6 in 10 IT job postings require you to have knowledge in cybersecurity. And according to the Bureau of Labor Statistics, it is reported that there is going to be a 28.5% growth in information security career fields between 2024 and 2034. What exactly is cybersecurity, and how can I get into cybersecurity? My name is Areli. I'm a first-gen, fourth-year student studying management information systems. So I make content for anyone interested in pursuing a career within management information systems or IT, whether you're a student, an early professional, or someone that wants to pivot. Well, this is the right channel for you. So if you enjoy all things IT, information systems, or learning about the different career paths, then be sure to like, subscribe, and comment for more videos like these. I also have a TikTok and an Instagram, as well as a Discord. Well, without further ado, let's get right into the video. In this video, we will be discussing what is cybersecurity, what are the skills necessary, what are the certifications that are most in demand as well as popular, what are the potential job roles as well as their salaries, what is the future of cybersecurity in 2026, what are employers looking for cybersecurity professionals. According to Cybersecurity for Dummies by Joseph Steinberg, cybersecurity is a subset of what we call information security that handles information systems that collect, store, and process data in electronic form. What is information security? Information security is securing all data in whatever form, whether that's physical, whether that's digital, or simply knowledge. The goal of cybersecurity is to ensure the CIA Triad. The CIA Triad essentially stands for confidentiality, integrity, and availability. Confidentiality is making sure that you are protecting data from unauthorized viewers. Integrity is making sure that the data is accurate as well as not modified or intercepted. Availability is making sure that your information systems are meeting specific benchmarks. Moving on, what are the skill requirements for pursuing a career in cybersecurity? Number 1, technical skills. You must have knowledge in networking systems, operating systems, and programming languages. PowerShell and Bash are probably the best to pick up. Python is probably the easiest and common language to learn. So it really depends on what you want to pursue, and I'll go into more details later on. Second, you must have analytical thinking skills. You must be able to analyze complex data and be able to identify potential threats, as well as create effective strategies in case of that are able to counteract any potential breaches. Third, problem solving. You must be able to solve problems efficiently within cybersecurity. Fourth, you must have knowledge of security protocols. These protocols are used to protect data. So this could be firewalls, intrusion detection systems, and encryption, as well as more. Fifth is the ability to have attention to detail. You must be able to meticulously review data as well as system logs to detect any issues and address them before they escalate. Sixth is communication skills. You must be able to effectively communicate technical stuff to non-technical stakeholders. Seventh, you must be able to learn, but not just learn, you have to do it continuously. Constantly gonna have to be getting certifications. You're constantly having to learn new skills and staying up to date with the latest threats. And lastly, we have ethical hacking skills, so being able to understand the hacker, and from there being able to develop methods to protect and vulnerability assessments to protect against breaches and defend against potential attacks. According to CyberSec, 60% of job listings for cybersecurity require you to have a bachelor's degree, while 4% require you to have a master's. It's important to have education, but experience is key. That on top of, combining projects and certifications, someone who wants to pursue a leadership or a management role, then you should likely consider an MBA or a master's, as well as gaining that experience in technical roles and gaining the certifications and knowledge that you need. But I believe when it comes to education, it really depends on the career path within cybersecurity that you want to pursue. And speaking of careers, let's talk about the NICE framework, the NICE framework. There isn't one single job role that's called cybersecurity. cybersecurity. There are multiple different categories, and so the NICE framework is nice because it helps you categorize different cybersecurity roles into 5. We have the oversight and governance, which is in charge of the legal aspects, that's making sure that we're following regulations. The design and development, these are the people that are building the systems, the engineers, the architects. The implementation and operations, so these are your maintenance people, so your database management as well as other systems admin. We have our protection defenders, who are like our intrusion detectors, our SOC analysts. These are the people that are constantly on standby and making sure that the systems are functioning, as well as identifying any potential threats. And then finally we have investigators, which are the people that deal more with like cyber crimes, collecting information, and digital forensics. Let's go more into detail about all 5 of these to get you an idea of what potential roles are out there. So let's go back to the OG, the oversight and governance. This basically handles the management, the leadership, the people that are in charge of providing direction as well as advocacy for the organization's cybersecurity risks, and making sure that the work is being done in a way that complies with a lot of risks. Focuses mostly on management and leadership, career development, as well as workforce development, legal and compliance, as well as risks and governance. According to CyberSec, there is 355,590 job openings within this category. Popular roles that you would consider to be in the OG is GRC, which is Government Risk Compliance. These are the people that make sure that they understand, basically have a great understanding of legal frameworks like HIPAA, as well as GDPR and CCPA, as well as many more frameworks, and using those legal frameworks to make sure that their cybersecurity comply with what the laws and regulations. There's a lot of operational risks associated with these legal frameworks, so it is important that they're always on staying up to date with the latest industry trends. There's other different names for this type of role. There's auditors, there's risk policy, audit, assurance, compliance. There's different job titles, but there's also privacy regulation experts, complying with regulations related to privacy. And then we have security directors, which are, they oversee and manage the organization's cybersecurity. And even higher, we have the Chief Information Security Officer, making sure that the work is getting done and they're being in charge of the entire. And there's other types of job titles. There's IT project management, legal advisors, risk management specialists, cyber curriculum development / instructors, and security consultants. So moving on, let's talk about the design and development. So these are the builders, the architects. So these are the people that research, conceptualize, design, develop, and create technology that secures systems. This is on building, designing, and making sure testing and validating security, as well as integrity, making sure that the systems are secure within every stage of the development. According to CyberSec, there's 331,644 job openings for this career field, and some of the popular job roles for this are security engineers, people that are more hands-on, technical, and are able to build, maintain, as well as debug information security systems. Network security, so this is more of like network security engineers focus more on the networks, internal and external. Cloud security engineers would focus more on the cloud, which is like AWS, Azure, as well as Google Cloud. And then we have security architects, the overall security strategy and countermeasures, location security, so making sure that before applications are launched, before and after that, they are complying with security, and they are reviewing any source code for vulnerabilities, as well as issues with performance. Software security engineers, similar to application, except they focus more on integrating security within the software. AI automation security, this handles dealing with protecting AI and machine learning models. Internet of Things specialists, so Internet of Things like our smart devices, making sure that those are being secured. Other roles include enterprise architects, operational technology, cybersecurity engineering, systems requirements planning, research and development. Now let's move on to our implementation and operations, which are our maintenance people. So these are providing implementations, maintenance to ensure that the cybersecurity technology is effective and efficient. Job openings for these are 335,993. Focus areas is more of like the data administration, the systems admin, and operations technical support. So technical support. A couple of job roles that are really popular within this field are systems administration. So these are just overseeing the server configurations, hardware, the software, and user account management. We have the network admin, so making sure that the services like the firewalls, routers, and switches are all being maintained, and the database admin, so these are just making sure people have the right storage protection and are able to query their data. Data analysts, so these are people that look for insights, so use that insight and develop a better workflow. As some security analysts, they essentially bridge the gap between IT and business. And we have the security administrators, so this is more hands-on, operating, maintaining, managing, and troubleshooting any information systems. And obviously we have technical support to solve hardware, software problems. And protection and defense, these are like your protectors. So in this we have the defensive and offensive. Offensive, which is the red team, and then we have defensive, which is like the blue team. So offensive, they're the ones trying to hack into the systems, but it's not real hacking, it's ethical hacking, and they're trying to hack into the systems to see for any vulnerabilities. Defensive, their goal is to protect the information and data, and so this is where all those types of roles would fall under. To CyberSec, there is 38,516 job openings for this category. Focuses on penetration testing, ethical hacking, threat analysis, defensive cybersecurity, and offensive cybersecurity. Within this role include security analysts. They're constantly monitoring networks for any suspicious activity and detecting any vulnerabilities, and they conduct regular vulnerability analysis and help end policy development as well. Security SOC analysts, so security operations center analysts. They help investigate incidents and coordinate with other teams to mitigate any potential threats. Incident responders, these are like our firefighters. They're constantly checking for or containing any of the threats that do happen when there's a breach. And we have the penetration testing, pen testers, as we say. Ethical hackers, these are the people that are testing the applications, trying to hack into the system, trying to simulate it to see how vulnerable the system is. And then we have threat intelligence analysts, process, analyze, and disseminate cybersecurity threat assessments, and vulnerability analysis analysts who assess systems and networks to identify any deviations from acceptable configurations. Other roles include digital forensics, as well as infrastructure support and insider threat analysis. Finally, we have investigators. So investigators is pretty cool because this deals more with like cybercrime investigation, and according to CyberSec, there's 19,525 job openings for this role. Job roles include cybersecurity investigation, investigating cybercrime and incidents and crimes, as well as digital evidence analysts. So these are the people that I mentioned, like they collect, they examine, they preserve the digital evidence for when it's used in court and documents it. Now, what is the most popular entry-level cybersecurity certificate? You probably already know the answer to this because my previous video discussed the CompTIA Security Plus. So CompTIA Security Plus is probably the most widely known entry-level great starter for anyone interested in cybersecurity. Around 70,000 job openings have it listed as a requirement. In addition to that, it focuses on securing network systems as well as applications on devices. It is requires you to have 0 to 2 years of experience, so it's really beginner friendly. And if you do want a better foundation before you take security, there's the Network Plus by CompTIA. And this focuses more on like networking and the OSI layer, as well as like the fundamentals that you need to know before you jump into security or cybersecurity. So there's also A+, CompTIA A+, and I made a whole video on all the certifications if you are interested in. Just click this video, but Network Plus definitely focuses on more like admin, network junior admin roles. Great way to make Security Plus a lot more easier. Hey, are you subscribed to the channel? Well, my goal is to expose career fields in information systems and IT to first-gen Latinos, and all your support helps make that happen. So if you haven't subscribed yet or liked this video, be sure to do that for more content like this. Which certifications are the most in demand in the job market right now? So according to CYBERSEC, the first one is the CISP, which is the Certified Information System Security Professional. This one's administered by the ISC organization with 82,000 job openings requesting it, and it focuses more on a broader cybersecurity leadership and policy topics. So it does require you to have 4 to 5 years of experience, and this one is definitely intended for job roles in security management as well as GRC. And it's definitely not intended for technical skills. If you are interested in mastering, let's say, penetration testing or system admin as well as auditing, then there are other certifications out there, but this one is just the most in demand. And second, we have Security Plus. That's listed in 70,000 job openings as a requirement and focuses, as I mentioned, on entry-level IT, networking, auditing, and security administration. So it's definitely a good starter one. And it's administered by CompTIA. And you don't really need experience for this one. It's around 0 to 2 years, so it's not that bad. We have the Certified Information Systems Auditor. So this is auditor, risks, compliance. It does require you to have 5 years of experience actually in auditing and compliance and risk. And it's definitely less technical than CISP and focuses more on the compliance frameworks and controls and processes. And fourth, we have the Global Information Assurance certification, the GIOC. So these are really good for technical skills, and it focuses more, it's highly respected by HR. All of these are respected by HR, hands-on technical skills. And so they have different, from what my understanding, they have different exams and certifications. So GIOC has 44,347. It's listed in that many openings. We have the Certified Information Systems Manager, the CISM this one is administered by the Information Systems Auditor Control Association. The Certified Information Security Manager, this one is listed in 41,000 job openings, and it focuses again on management, policy, and requires you to have 5 years of experience. And typical roles are program managers, security managers, and risk management. KIP, which is the Certified Information Privacy Professional. This one is actually more starter, beginner friendly with 1 to 2 years of experience required and a focus on privacy and data protection. Those are the most in demand right now in the job market. But which ones are the most popular? How many people are holding them? And let me just let you know, it's a lot. Hopefully this reassures you. Security Plus is the #1 held certification with around 265,992 holders. And then we have CISP, which is the Certified Information System Security Professional, as I mentioned. That one is a good one, 91,765 holders. And then GIOC, the Global Information Assurance Certification, with around 46,318 holders. And then we have CISA, Certified Information System Auditor, 35,812. Then we have the Certified Security Officer, CSO, which has 20,300, and then Certified Information Privacy Professional, KIP, with 13,652 holders. So what are other certifications that are popular out there that I didn't list? Certified Ethical Hacker, which focuses primarily on ethical hacking, a red team, anyone interested in being a pen tester, and it does require you to have around a CEH training course or 2 years of experience in ethical hacking. There's also the Cisco Certified Network Associate, CCNA, and you don't have there's no formal prerequisites for this certificate. It is entry level to mid-level, and it's great for anyone that wants to learn the networking fundamentals or anyone interested in security, network admin / analyst roles. The Offensive Security Certificate Professional, this is the OSCP. This focuses on pen testing and ethical hacking and requires 1 to 2 years of experience. Certified in Risk and Information Systems Control certification. This focuses on IT risk management, requires 3+ years of experience. And again, it's for anyone interested in government risk and compliance. And we have the CTIA certification, the Cyber Threat Intelligence certification, which focuses again on threat intelligence for anyone that has mid-level experience, so 1 to 3 years recommended. And you do have to have some knowledge of networking, SIEM, or incident response. And as a career fit, this is for anyone interested in being a threat intelligence analyst or a SOC analyst or incident response analyst. Finally, the CompTIA SA+. This one is good for anyone that just wants to get knowledge about security analysis and threat detection. As a disclaimer, I want to mention that these certifications require you to constantly update them, a fee for you to maintain your certification. There's also what we call the CPEs, with continuous professional education. So just letting you know, if you do plan on getting a certificate, it will expire eventually and you will have to maintain it, or you will have to pay some sort of fee. So I'm letting you know that now. Now let's talk about the career prospects and salaries. For 2025, the US is a 514,359 job postings for cybersecurity related positions, but there was a slight decline in 2024, but it looks like things are kind of picking up. And so as far as salary ranges, for anyone that's doing entry level, it is usually 70,000 to 100,000. Anyone that's mid-level, it's 80,000 to 120,000. And finally, we have like senior levels. This is where you're making like 100,000 to 130,000. But there's so many different factors that come into play. So like your education, your location, the work arrangements, company and resources that you're working for, as well as the industry and the specialization. So please take that with a grain of salt. So what are the employers looking for? First of all, experience. So any technical roles that you have experience with, projects, portfolios, and certifications are going to be beneficial. Please demonstrate your work through your portfolios and show that you have real work experience and not just, things that you've done at home. So, and another thing with certifications, this is probably debatable, but 91% of employers would choose someone that has a certification over someone who doesn't. But it's not the end all be all, so you still have to get experience, whether it's like an internship, a project, or something, or an actual technical role. And just ensure that you check the job skills and that you're meeting the requirements. A lot of employers are looking for people who can protect and defend against AI hacking, and you're going to have to manage not just automated defenses, but even cyber attacks that are being administered through artificial intelligence, cloud. So being able to understand how to protect data in multi-cloud environments, being able to protect data within mobile security and Internet of Things, which are like interconnected devices, and then regulatory compliance. So laws are constantly changing, especially with AI. And even quantum computing is going to completely be game changer, where, at this point, the modern encryption that we have right now is not going to be able to protect from quantum computing work security. So yeah, ever since the pandemic, there's an increase in remote work and devices, being able to protect your device at home. If you liked this video and you enjoyed learning about cybersecurity and wanted to learn more about different careers within information systems, then please be sure to like, subscribe, and comment for more videos like this. And comment another career path that you would like me to dive deep into, and yeah, I'll make a video about it. So stay tuned for more, and thank you guys for watching.